Psychic Cindy on Paratalkradio.com, a member of the WLFE digital broadcast family, and is intended for listeners over 16. The topics, views, and opinions expressed on our show may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalk Radio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
Hey, hello everybody. This is Ted. Cindy is not here yet. She is running a little bit behind, but she will be here shortly. We're going to be speaking to a gentleman named Jimmy Boots. He's a friend of Pamela Berry's, the Berries from the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange. She's the one that actually referred Jimmy Boots to Paratalk Radio, so Jimmy can blame her if everything goes downhill. But the gentleman has had a lot of experiences with the paranormal over the years, and I figured, you know what? Let's bring the gentleman on and let's talk about what he's experienced. And then when Cindy gets here, we'll pop her on as well. So, hello, Jimmy. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Thank you. So, yeah, I didn't know if you knew that Pam was the one that kind of threw you our way. She's like, you need to get Jimmy on your show.
No, I didn't. I actually did not.
But you can blame her later if you'd like.
I do that. They're wonderful people.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. She speaks very highly of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so why don't you kind of give the folks a little bit of an idea, Jimmy, of how you got into the paranormal and like what steps, got you involved.
Well, I guess I kind of got involved, not wanting to get involved, I guess you could say. It all started when I was a kid. And
Right.
I started seeing things, and I didn't know what they were as a young child. Because I noticed somebody would be there, and then I'd turn around for a second, turn back, and it was gone. And, as time went on, I tried to talk to my family about it, and they thought I was nuts at first. Later down the road, I found out other family members had the same experience as well, though. So, but it started probably when I was about 4 or 5 years old. And as time went on, and the paranormal community grew, and shows came out, I found it much easier to talk to people about it. So that was a big help because it was really hard to deal with, not really talk to too many people about it. They thought they thought either I drank too much alcohol or did too many drugs. But I tell you, it's an interesting experience to live a life I'm living, but at the same time, sometimes it can be a hassle, like being in a crowded mall somewhere and you're bumping into people all the time and got no right from anybody. So it can be a little bit of a hassle, but at the same time, it's interesting to know that we don't just die and close our eyes and it's over with.
Right. So, you mentioned that back then in the day, it was like you were, and I know because I've been in the field for 35 years now, I think, and, back in the 70s and 80s, you got looked at very weird. It's like you had 3 heads, they looked at you really funny. And if you had any questions or anything like that, they pretty much just, I don't know, they talked behind your back, they kind of ran away from you, they did all that stuff because, hey, the paranormal was it wasn't even called the paranormal to think of it back then. It was called the unknown. That's what it was called,
Right.
Or the supernatural, and that's what really happened for anybody that started out earlier is you were kind of, I guess, Jimmy, when we all started this stuff, there really was no paranormal. I think we were just kind of thrown in one big pile of googly gop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to call it a gift, and now I don't know if it's really so much a gift anymore.
Right. I mean, it's tough out there. Well, my co-host, Psychic Cindy, she's just about ready to hop in here, and
Okay.
she'll tell you the same thing. It's like, it's difficult when you're gifted. or you have some insight that nobody else knows, and then you know, people kind of look at you funny, in the beginning, and it's tough, but she's a trooper. She's strong. She'll kick the stuffing out of those guys, She will today. I love her. There's nobody like Cindy, but as soon as she's ready, we're going to bring her in. But, I think it's really cool that, you've got a lot of history. I was reading your stuff, so I liked your line. I think the line was something like, I've always, I wrote it down somewhere. So, I'm in the paranormal because I think I've been haunted my whole life.
Yeah.
I think that's the line that you wrote. And,
I believe so.
Yeah, that was weird but interesting because it's hard, when somebody says something like that, you're thinking, haunted your whole life. Does that mean that they'd be haunted like from a ghost their whole life, or if it, something bad? But you're saying it's because of hearing and seeing things that nobody else has ever seen before.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, Cindy, are you ready? I see you, girl. Not yet. She's gonna eat her little cookie because she's just getting done with dinner, right? she's like, shh, don't tell nobody. Well, they can't see it, dear, so it's okay. She's a trip.
I hurt my back last night, so I know I look a little rough today, and I apologize for that.
Oh, I did too. A day and a half ago or whatever. I did something to my back so freaking bad. Oh my God, it was terrible.
Sometimes I don't know if you hurt. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go for it. You're good.
Oh no! Sometimes I'll have things happen to me, and I don't know if it's me or something else doing it to me.
I get it. I've been trying to get my watch party started here since we started chatting, but I don't know what was going on with that. That was being really strange. It didn't want to work on me, but it looks like I may have solved that issue. Yay! Great, it's working now. That makes me happy. Now I can just put her up there and we're good to go. And Cindy's almost good to go. Cindy's almost good to go too, she says. She's like, you ready? Oh, she's starting her watch party. And I see her in the back, she's like, you know how you look at a screen and it's like it's half white and half color, and like she's like way in the background, it looks like. It's really funky looking. All right, so I want to bring this up. Barry Martz is on here saying, how many cookies is she eating? Must be a really good cookie, says Nick. Yep, she was mowing there pretty good, folks. So once we're gonna get her on here, and then she can say hi to everybody, and then we'll go from there. But real quick, I can say hi to Robert and Nick and Barry because we already had them there. And they say hello to Ted, hello to Jimmy Boots, hello to Cindy. So this should be a fun night. I went to bring her up at the same time. She got a little bit of chewy. You ready now? Okay, now she's ready now.
Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm running late.
Oh, my God.
I had to take Mom to a doctor's appointment today. So I'm doing things that I should not be doing.
Hey, I know exactly what you're talking about.
This is not keto, friends, by the way. This is keto. This is not keto. Chicken nuggets are not keto. And McDonald's cookies are not keto. And I've had 2 McDonald's cookies so far.
Yeah, that's what happens. We all cheat. Mm-hmm.
Although I've
All
done
right,
it all
so
weekend long.
nice.
Hi, Jimmy Boots. How are you?
I'm good. I can hear you all, but I cannot see none of you.
Oh, you can't see us.
No, and I'm frozen too.
Wow, that's amazing because we can see you fine.
Well, that's
That's
good.
crazy.
That's all we need.
Yeah, that's so weird. I wonder why you can't see us. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's strange.
but it might be where I'm at in Pennsylvania too, though. Our reception isn't the best.
I'm looking
Oh,
at the
okay.
comments really quickly. Barry. Barry, how many cookies is she going to eat? That was hysterical, Barry, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, I ate 2.
Yeah, that's okay. I was trying to get.
Non-keto night. That's right, Barry.
I was going to read some of Jimmy's bio here,
Yes, please go for it.
and well, the problem that I have is I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It's being a little strange.
Oh, really?
But yeah, but let me see here. I think I can do it. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I love this.
But hello, Adam Barnhart, Terry Krenzer. Who else we got in here? Dave Malone, Barry Martz, my sister Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Yeah, there's a few of them there hopping in. And then we will get back to Jimmy here in just a
Take
moment.
your time.
Join us.
I don't know about anybody else, but lately I've been having a lot of issues with Facebook lately.
Yeah, right.
Me too. Yeah.
It's been acting weird, right?
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so I got it here, so I can. I've got his bio now, so I normally read a little bit of everybody's bio in the beginning, Jimmy. So, and I apologize I didn't get right to yours, but I'm going to do it right now.
Okay, no problem. Take your time.
All right. Jimmy Boots, this is actually written in first person, meaning him. He says, "My name is Jimmy Boots, and I have felt haunted all my life." That's the line that I love, by the way. It says, "No, I don't mean haunted in a bad way, like the devil is after me or that. I live in some house of horrors with creepy zombie creatures hiding behind my doors, or even ladies in white gowns floating up and down my stairs. No, I'm haunted in a good way, to me at least, and being able to see, hear, and converse with things that most people will never see. I noticed strange things around me when I was very young, and I would hear voices, often when no one else was there. I didn't start speaking to these bodiless voices until I was well into my adulthood, but I sensed at a very young age a deep empathy and sensitivity to everything around me. My family was supportive of these strange anomalies in my life, since I'm told there were a few others in the family who experienced them as well."
Mm.
I think that's very well put the way he put it. It's very much like a little short story. It was very cool. Um, he's also got here. He says, "I lived a bit of a crazy nomadic life through my younger years. I grew up in a very traditional Catholic family in the suburbs of Baltimore, on a nice lined street and middle class neighborhood with my 3 younger brothers and my sister. My mom stayed home to raise us, and my dad worked for the government." Wow. Um, and your dad, who introduced you to, let's see, it says, "Introduced me to my lifelong love of photography and
Wow,
filming,
that's awesome.
which is a huge part of what I use in my paranormal research today." Um,
There we go.
he even worked, wow, a few different, I did some odd jobs throughout my life. I lived in a few different states, but I've been a bounty hunter, predominantly for over 30 years and a biker since I could ride a tricycle, and I have a lot of interesting stories related to all that, including bounty
Interesting.
hunting on my Harley. That sounds awesome.
Right.
I sure did. They didn't like to ride the back of that bike sometimes either.
Well, why don't we talk about what I've read about already? So, you already said that how you got into the paranormal was because of a young age, starting to see things and hear things.
Right.
Um, which is amazing, anyways, inside itself, because a lot of us do when we're younger, and that's sort of the draw into the paranormal. Um, Hello, Mecca and Nick Muley and Michelle Millins.
Yeah.
We have them as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Ian Griffith, thank you for joining us.
Did you say Micah Singleton?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And Entity. Wow, Entity. Thank you so much for joining us here.
I like the little eyes, the entity.
That's awesome. I haven't talked to Entity since their interview on Talk with Teddy.
Nice. Welcome.
Okay. So, Catholic family had to be rough. I mean, I wasn't raised in a Catholic family, but being able to see and hear things being raised in a Catholic family had to be a little difficult at times. What'd you think, Jimmy?
I'm sorry, you cut out on me.
Oh, I said being raised in a Catholic family and having these gifts or these abilities had to be a little rough at times.
It was because my father was in hell in a purgatory. And for years, that's all I heard until we got older. Then my dad started being more open-minded to it and so forth. But yeah, it was very rough, brother.
So it was difficult. Okay. All right. We're having a hard time. You're cutting out as well on us here for some reason. Yeah, that's weird.
It's not so weird. It's Mercury retrograde. Yeah, Mercury retrograde.
There you go.
Yep. Can see ya.
All right.
Is that better?
Yeah, so far, yep.
Okay.
That's awesome. Now your dad brought the new love of your life, photography, into the picture. He showed you, now what were you doing? Taking pictures of just like wildlife, or what was your plan? You wanted to be a professional photographer when you were a kid, or what?
Well, my grandfather was an actor actually in Hollywood many years ago. And he actually going 4 or 5 open, and then my grandmother got pregnant with my mom and decided not to do it and stay home to raise the family. And
right.
I think my grandfather's blood speaking in mine, and I love entertainment. And photography from my father, we used to do the weddings and a lot of portraits. And back then, of course, it was film photography. It wasn't digital photography.
Right. Well, and today you probably could have. I mean, today it's a whole new ball game when it comes to filming and photography. I mean, there is so much out there, So even filming for movies and weddings is so much different than back in the day. It's crazy on how much you could spend on a camera, or backlighting it, or how picky people get for when they want a certain picture for a wedding. That some of that could be really expensive. So I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing that you're not a professional photographer right now.
Yeah, right. Well, now I bought a lot of cameras. I have a lot of them. The digital world.
Well, but you're right too. It's weddings and sport events is what back then. That's all anybody ever really took pictures of.
Right.
Jimmy, can you get closer to your microphone, maybe?
I sure can.
Thank you.
Hold on. I gotta use my phone because nothing's working right here.
There you go.
That? Better?
That should be better. Yeah.
I think so.
I actually can see you.
What's that? You can see us now?
There you are. Hello.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying my drink.
I got my wife behind me here making faces at me.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it.
Behind me on the other side of me making faces at me trying to make me laugh.
There you go. Hey, you know what? We don't mind. Look how close we are to the camera. We don't mind at all.
Right.
Yep.
It's better to hear
I
you.
do. See, there's a little problem. But see, I do. There's a little problem. See, I wear dentures and I don't have them in right now.
Oh. Hey, that's okay.
So,
No worries.
I was going to wear my mask to hide it.
No worries, buddy. No worries. So why don't we talk about being a bounty hunter? I mean, that's an interesting job.
Crazy.
I know that's an interesting job,
Wait,
and then
like a paranormal bounty hunter. No, that's funny.
that is kind of funny though.
Yeah.
So somebody could pay you to hunt down a ghost, and you can go find the ghost. Ha 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 ha. That's just funny. But yeah, let's talk about being a bounty hunter.
They cut out a lot.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're skipping.
We're talking about bounty hunters, paranormal together.
Yeah, do you? Yeah, you even froze up on us. I think it's right there. You might have to try a different position, Jimmy.
All right, try that. Okay.
All right, so let's
talk.
talk.
A hard time tonight.
Yes, we are, and I apologize. Probably where I'm at.
Sorry.
All right, so let's talk about you being a bounty hunter.
Okay.
How'd you get into it? How did you get into that?
That's crazy. That's cool, actually.
Well, it's because I got in trouble when I was very young, and Bill Bondman came and got me out, and I asked for a job. And I got
that's fantastic. And they took you. That's amazing.
Yeah. And funniest part is about 6 months later, after I was into it, they had me train a new guy. The new guy was an ex-cop.
Wow.
Wait, he was the next what?
Yeah.
He was the next one up, and he had him training him. But he said he was all messed up.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Wow. Who has the Ouija cup? The Ouija board cup?
Jimmy does.
You like that?
Nick wants to know if you got that at Spirit Halloween.
Yes. You got it.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's so funny. That's awesome. What you doing over there, boy? It's loud.
Yeah. Yeah, Spirit Halloween. I can't wait for that store to open up again.
Right?
It is like the best store ever.
It is. So much fun.
Placemats in there.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
What's that? Oh my God,
it's a placemats.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, isn't that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, if you were on a real Ouija board, you could just use your placemat.
That's right. For some reason, we don't get a lot of guests for dinner, though. As soon as they come in, they leave.
That's hysterical. Well, if you saw my house, I have a bunch of witches all over the place.
Right. There you go.
I have angels too, but I have witches. Witches, and I have the witch is in. I have signs all over my house. The witch is in, the witch is out. My other car is a broomstick. What else? What is
my dogma ran over your karma?
Right.
Or my karma ran over your dogma?
Yeah. What does this sign say right here on my wall? Home is where you park your broom.
Nice.
Nice. Barry.
Yeah, so there's Mr. Steve Barry, but not the Steve Barry you know, Jimmy. This is a different one.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, does he know? The berries and stuff?
Yeah, actually, they're the ones that asked us to interview Jimmy Boots. She actually brought him to me.
Oh,
Yep.
that's so cool. I didn't
Yep.
know how it all played out. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
So how do you know the berries, Jimmy?
How did we meet them? That was about 6 years ago. Yeah, we went to Gettysburg is what it was. We're really big into history, and Liz loves history. Liz is from Virginia, and so we're very big with the Civil War and all that. So we went down to Gettysburg, and we went in their store. So we found one store that sold paranormal equipment, but they were never there every time we were there. And then we found Steve and Pam, and they had everything we needed and more. And they were like the nicest people we've ever met. I mean, like forever,
Yeah, yeah. Huh. They are very, very, very good people, and they're very super nice.
They are. And I always get upset because I feel so bad for Steve and the heart surgery. He's a good man, and he doesn't deserve that,
Yeah, that heart surgery. He's gone through a lot physically. Yeah,
I know, and it's not been all that long that he's had to do this.
No, right. And then he gets right out and goes back to work.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't do that.
I know. Yep.
Okay, so going and talking about like your being a bounty hunter. I mean, and how difficult is that?
Well, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. I had a stack of people that would jump bails. I would give them to the insurance company. And for years, I would ride my motorcycle and pick them up on that actually. Sometimes I had to have other transport because they didn't want to ride on the bike this day. But,
right.
Sometimes it was really hard, especially back in the day because we didn't have computers back then. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was much harder to find, look up addresses. You had to go everywhere physically, And, but, I mean, it was a good job. I made good money for many years out. I put over $100,000 a year sometimes to make time at all. Some of these bails, you get 10% of their bail. And, if they have $100,000 bail, that's $10,000, you make up that pay.
Yeah, I mean, these people, you're trying to pick them up. I mean, you're going after them for jumping bail, and it's like they can shoot at you, stab you, try to beat you up. They can do all that stuff, and it's like, man, you got to be a tough SOB to do that job.
I've been shot 5 times.
What?
They with a hatchet. I mean, I can go on and on. They don't want to go back. They want us to bail them out of jail, and then they don't want to go to court, and then they got to go jail because we're not going to pay that money.
No.
Wow, you've been shot 5 times. That is crazy.
Oh, wait. Who are you asking about? My son wants to know if you know Patty Mayo. Patty Mayo.
Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know. Is she? Yeah. How do you know? Oh, it's a guy.
Oh yes, he's got a YouTube channel.
Oh, it's a YouTube guy. He's a bounty hunter.
Yeah. I don't know how legit he really is, to be honest with you.
Oh. I'm sorry, it's such a headache.
I'm still back here thinking about being shot 5 times because that's
crazy.
Yeah. I mean, have you been stabbed?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Even with the screwdriver.
With a screwdriver?
My gosh!
Yeah. And then a guy threw a hatchet. Remember them little hatchets?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, that was kind of a freak thing. It was an accident, actually. I startled him. And he happened to have one in his hand. And I startled him, he threw it, and it stuck right in my nose.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Listen, my son was just talking. My son was just talking about being a bounty hunter. Jansen, you're not going to be a bounty hunter. He was even trying to get Jet on it. Jet, you could be a bounty hunter with me. We could do it together. Nope. They're out. They're not doing that now. Nope. Shocked.
They don't want a hatchet sticking out of their nose.
Oh my God, they're way too cute to have hatchets in their faces.
Well, I don't know if they're cute, but
they're
you know.
Oh, look at me, and they don't want to do it.
My gosh. Nick said, wow, this guy is a survivor. For real, Nick.
Oh, yeah. For real.
For
reals.
Oh, see, Barry Martz was going to ask the same question if you knew Patty Mayo.
No,
crazy.
That's funny. I actually watched his stuff because I was curious in who he was. And then there's another one he's in, and I realized he's acting because he's playing a cop. So I think, I'm not sure if he's a bounty hunter or not. I don't know.
Being a bounty hunter looks to be a tough job, Barry says.
Yeah, see what Nick says?
Oh my God, Nick says, guess it's time to bury the hatchet.
That's a good one.
Nick, I love it. I love it, Nick.
So Jimmy, I gotta ask now. What about Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Oh my God, I hear that.
Now, what do you think of that guy?
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. We actually were getting a show of our own when they had a problem with this show. Something happened, and he said something he shouldn't have said, and. We actually made a pilot and everything, and then things kind of got screwed up. We actually got hired, and we were supposed to be on a travel channel, I believe it was.
Oh, yeah, I think it was travel.
And then they got fired from the travel channel, and things got mixed up, and we wound up losing the show from that.
Yeah.
This is making me mad.
Yeah, and then his wife died, which is crazy.
Who died? Dog's wife did?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was Dog that died, but...
Yeah, no, it was Beth. It was Beth that died, yeah.
Oh, wow.
She died on my birthday, too, man. That was weird.
That's crazy.
And I remember walking in the studio and with a production company, and I'm listening, I can hear this phone conversation is on speakerphone, and I hear it's Beth, and she's saying, "What does Bruce have over dogs? You know, dogs have been doing this for 50 years. They weren't too happy we were going to get the show. Yeah, of course we didn't get it, but yeah."
Nice. Hello, Teresa Sayer.
I need to have Jimmy come closer to the mic because it's too hard for me to understand. I'm sorry.
You really want people to got my teeth in? That's what it is.
That's not it. Listen. I have scars on my eardrums, and when you're back so far, it actually it kind of creates like interference or something, and so it's not. I can't hear.
That's fine.
So I'm like, what?
My wife can't hear either. She's deaf in one ear as well. So.
Yeah, so I just have scars on my eardrums on both of them because they both have exploded twice each. Yeah, so it's hard. So right. I need you to stay. Well, I need you to stay closer to the mic for me, please.
Actually, Jimmy, the doctor said we don't know if it was her brain that exploded twice or her eardrums that exploded twice.
Right? Oh, God. They thought it was spinal fluid coming out of my ears. No, I'm just kidding.
And then they found out it was diarrhea.
It was diarrhea. No, gross. It was super gross, goopy stuff. You don't want to know. It's just
that was that googly goop stuff.
It was gross.
Yeah, it was gross.
Super grody.
Okay, so being a bounty hunter, and then I gotta know, did you ever have one that was so like hard to pick up? I mean, try to get back, obviously you've been shot 5 times and you've had a hatchet sticking out of your nose, but
Jesus,
I can't even with that. But I'm just wondering, how tough has it been at times to pick up some of this jump bail?
Oh, sometimes it's hard. I had plenty that I could never find, and then there was some I had one guy look for in Baltimore City. I live in Harper County, Maryland, which is maybe 30 miles away. I pull out
Right.
of my drive onto my little road, and there he is, right there walking down. So above a rock, right? You know?
Wow.
But yeah, sometimes it's really hard. I mean, there's some guys I never did find, and I actually would go back and look sometimes up to a few years ago, and they still were on the rock.
So have you had to go out of state and drive, go far away? Oh wow.
Yeah, but you don't get paid. You don't get paid unless you bring them back, though, right?
That's right.
That's bullshit right there.
Wow, you could spend all that money looking.
Spending all that money in travel and oh hell to the no. I bet like somebody is paying me.
Well, I like I said, I've been on it by myself most of my life. And then I just started working for this one bail company and going out with them, and they were new. And we clashed a lot because I wanted to do things my way, they wanted to do things their way. But they would pay for the trips and so forth. And so that was, you know what I mean? So like, when I go to Georgia, they covered it, But,
oh, that's good.
Most of the time, I'm like, huh?
That's good. If they covered you, then that's good.
They did. That company did. They were good people. And it didn't work. We just didn't clash. I've been doing it all my life, my way, and so to work with somebody out their way, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Nick is hysterical. He is on a roll, I swear to God. He said, stay away from the Lizzie Borden house. Already had enough people attacked with a hatchet. Nick, you are on a roll, my friend. I love it. I love it, Nick.
That's awesome.
He's thinking quicker than I am. I have a headache right now. I'm actually going to go to the doctor's on Wednesday.
Well, you better get it figured out, young lady.
Yeah, I don't have the COVID. Just kidding.
You better not have the COVID.
I don't have the COVID.
Okay.
I have the sinuses that won't drain, and when they do, after I drink my apple cider vinegar, then I'm coughing my ass off on all of the postnasal drip. It's disgusting.
Hey, you know what?
I quit smoking a year ago, and I haven't coughed since then. I do the vape.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, no, yeah. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. What do you do?
She does swear a lot.
I swear a lot.
I don't do none of that stuff either as of yesterday.
As of yesterday? Yeah, no, I don't do that stuff. No. Could you imagine me, Teddy, with drinking or doing drugs or some shit?
No, I'd have to kill you and put you out of your misery, like when a horse breaks its leg. I'd have to shoot you.
Right. No, my sinuses are killing me. Listen, you're making me laugh, and my face hurts so bad. Oh, my whole
You think your face hurts? Jesus, killing us.
I know it, love.
I was going to say that, but I didn't know it good enough to say that.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
No, I love Cindy, and she knows it. I love her.
Hey, from Mars Hill, Maine. Hello, Stuart.
Hello, Stuart. You know what I was going to say to you, Cindy, was I found out that I have RLS.
RLS?
Yeah, restless leg syndrome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's been my problem with my sleeping.
What did they do
I used
for
to
it?
have that.
There's nothing they can do. There's a sedative or like something that you can take before you go to bed. There's, you can try anything. Alternative medicines is what they suggested, but
yeah,
it's terrible. Restless leg syndrome is just it's terrible. Your legs hurt all the time, all the time.
You'll probably get better. I wonder if you eliminate more weight.
Yes, Cindy.
I'm gonna ketify both of you.
Jimmy, the problem is I'm 6'1" and I weigh like 300 pounds, and she's trying to change me.
I'm not trying to change you. I'm trying to lighten your load.
You'd have been one of them hard guys to take in 300 pounds.
Well, John, Invisible John, I'm trying to keto him too. I have
Yeah, well, he's got
28 pounds.
he's got what 150 pounds on me though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he must be pushing close to 450, 420, 415. He's a big boy.
Invisible John is making me nervous.
Yeah. I know, he makes me nervous too.
I went up to 220.
What's that?
I said, I've been upset because I went up to 220.
Yeah, I can't. I eliminated 28 pounds, and that was heavy for me when I was that weight.
My wife is 100 pounds.
100
Wow.
pounds.
100 pounds, yeah.
100 pounds soaking wet.
She's 100 pounds.
Wow, she's a little thing, huh?
She is. Very beautiful.
Aw,
Big
that's so
woman.
cute.
Big woman. The only one that puts up with me.
My kids have to put up with me.
She can even work on a Harley.
Wait, what?
She can even work on a Harley.
She can work on a Harley.
Yeah.
Now
Matter of
that's
fact,
my kind of girl.
Matter of fact, we're getting ready to paint and do. We have to do a little bit of Bondo work. There's an old bike. I got 85 rubber truck, and she's actually going to do the Bondo and do it as
That's
well.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoo! That's a girl that knows some shit.
She does. She does. And before my surgery, she had to go and change the starter and everything on it.
Wow.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
It is. It is.
Thank you, Barry
Some guys get
Mars.
mad.
I appreciate
Some guys get mad. They don't want to tell people about their ladies, to do that, But I'm different. I want everybody to know what you do it,
Wow. Wow.
She's
So-
very good at it.
So, Jimmy, like, I want to come back to the paranormal side because we are a paranormal show, but I wanted to talk about voices and stuff like that you heard. Now, you said you heard them when you were a child, but you didn't really pay attention to them or actually start talking back until you were an adult. Till you were an adult. Why, if you don't mind me asking, why did you wait so long?
I think, I was scared. I didn't know what it was for a long time. I didn't know what it was. And when you're growing up in a Catholic family and Dad tells you that there's heaven and hell, and either Jesus or the devil's going to come at you, more than likely, if you're seeing anything with the devil, you know what I mean? Or hearing anything, that's what you believe in. But as I grew older and got to understand a little bit more about it, and I realized, we don't know what it is we're talking to now. We say human spirits, and it may not be, but
Right.
But yeah. So I didn't know what to do for a long time. So I was kind of glad, when technology started changing and shows came out more and more, they're taking leaps in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anybody that's around me, this is the funny part, this is reminding me. Anybody that's around me usually will get the experiences as well. That's what's crazy. Yeah.
That's strange. Wow.
It is.
Wow. Now you're not so. All right. So, do you consider yourself a medium, basically, like an empath, or what do you consider yourself?
That's funny. Sometimes I say I'm a sensitive. Other times I say I'm haunted. But I don't know. I don't know. It's strange, and I guess more like a sensitive. Once they know that you can see or hear them, then you get swamped. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's like a line of people, and all you hear is different names: Bob, John, Henry. They all want you to know their name all the time.
Right.
I don't know. I don't pick up names very often, and when I do, I make sure that if I pick up, you're lucky. That's what I'm saying. It's because I don't always get names, and when I do, I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing. It's come more as I've been doing this, but that I don't usually get names. And when I hear a name, I have to say it, or letters. And so it's usually the reason that I'm picking up a name is either it's their name or that name is around them somehow.
Wow.
Right.
So that's
I hear this,
that you get named.
It's funny because sometimes I'll be talking, and just for instance, I was saying to my dog one time, I said, "Oh my God, I'm getting old, baby girl." You hear right in the air, I know. Just like me and you were talking, I get a lot of that. Lot of that.
Yeah.
Disembodied voice, and it happens all the time.
I literally just did that earlier with my mom.
Do what?
I just did that with my mom. We were at Costco earlier, and I had asked my mom in my head if she wanted 2 waters. We were at the water vending machine. If she wanted 2 waters, and then I had asked her out loud, and she said yes. I could hear her say yes, and I'm like, "Oh, you said yes, right, Mom?" She goes, I didn't say anything. I nodded my head to this other woman over here. But I literally heard her say yes out loud with my regular human ears.
Wow.
It was crazy. And I'm like, well, I guess it's a yes. You want 2 waters, though.
I've been having a lot of, I guess you could say, psychic things happening. And now, don't laugh, but it is funny. But I've actually won a lot of lottery scratch-offs from it.
Listen, I'm telling you, when Spirit tells me to play the scratch-offs or the lottery, I do it.
Yes,
it works.
It really, truly works.
And I know when to stop. They're like, no, that's enough. They're like, that's it, done. And I'm like, okay, I'm done.
And if you don't, you're going to go home broke.
Exactly. Hi, Jill. How are you? Hi, Chanel.
Okay, so some of the things, like when you were when you first started getting into investigating and stuff, did you join a team? Did you do it on your own?
No, I did my own. I did a lot of my own, for the longest time. And it seemed like every time I'd meet people, everybody just wanted to play a game.
Yeah.
And then you'd meet people, and they say, "I'm a sensitive, I'm psychic, I'm this, I'm that," and none of it above,
Right.
I'm very skeptical when I meet people, especially when they claim to be or do what I do. And that's probably mean and bad, but I just am skeptical. That's my normal nature. That's who I am, and I'm okay with me being me. And I'm okay with people being skeptical of and I'm being completely honest. If they're skeptical of me, I'm okay with it too.
Sure, because they have that right. And my wife has got me to where I'm like that more now too. Because before I would be too trusting. So she helped me a lot with that. Because like every time I let somebody in, they screw you over anyway.
The thing is I'm not going to sit here and prove to everybody what I do, because I don't think we should have to, right?
Right.
I have a body of evidence. You can go look at my body of evidence. And I'm not saying the one that I threw in my backyard that you'd have to dig up. I'm just kidding. There's really
no. I put all my stuff on Twitter. I put a lot of pictures on Twitter for people to see.
Always
oh my God,
comedian, Cindy.
Nick, did you just see what Nick wrote? He said, "I wonder how skeptical Cindy would be if she met Zach Baggins." I'd be like, "Yo."
Met who? Oh, Zach.
Zach.
Oh, if she met Zach. Zach would be done.
I am totally skeptical of Zach Baggins, the old ZB is what we call him here, Nick. ZB. I'm definitely skeptical of ZB and all of his antics.
Yeah,
I mean, it pays off for them. They get following because of him being so possessed all the time.
Everything's a demon to him.
Yeah, exactly.
I just
Exactly.
no. One of my friends had an experience with him, and it was not good. It really was not good. They paid a lot of money for a personal tour of his museum, and there were supposed to be several other people. The other people canceled. It was her and her husband, and he canceled on them and would not refund the money to the lower non-VIP price.
Wow.
I was like,
Yeah,
wow, that's terrible. So I just don't have very good feelings about ZB anyway. I mean,
I got a new friend out west, and I think it's Oregon, and he actually found a missing person that was murdered not long ago. But he was with Zach on the show, and he told me that wasn't that. He said that's exactly what it is. So, that's somebody else. I don't know how true that is, but he told me that's that.
Nick's going to start calling him ZB from now on, too.
Well, I don't, I just find it difficult with watching TV shows about the paranormal to believing everything, and because first and foremost, they're made for TV. Mm-hmm. Their claims sometimes are outrageous. The folks, if you're listening, pretty much, and I believe Jimmy said it too. It's like we have no idea. Still in this field, what we're doing, because we don't know what a ghost is made of. We don't know if they truly exist. Ectoplasm. It's like it could be berryplasm for all we know. We don't know, what they're made of or how they move around, if they exist. What
they're made of.
All of that stuff. So, the claims to fame because of ghosts and all this stuff. It's like, don't jump on that bandwagon so fast, because you really don't know. Because none of us don't. None of us know.
Right.
And I've spent 35 years in this field.
I love you, Chanel.
Yeah, Liz is like that too. We just a very strong believer that you do not know what's out there. And
did you get it from
you may think it's a human spirit, it could be something very bad.
Oh, you're keeping a stash from me? Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Babe?
Yeah.
Babe? My son just brought me my stash. I'm about to snort my Coke.
Oh, your goodies? Your goodies powder?
PC powder?
Yep, my goodies headache powders.
Yeah, I used to love that.
Yeah.
I do. And you know what? I'm hoping it takes my headache away. That's all. My bones in my head literally hurt so bad. Like, I don't know why I'm touching them. I don't know why I'm touching them. They hurt.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Jimmy, let's move on a little bit here. It says you besides being a regular paranormal investigator and a bounty hunter, paranormal Bigfoot, badged BAGED, Bigfoot, aliens, ghosts, equals, and dimensions. So why don't you explain a few of these things to us, and what you believe and what you feel here?
Well, we believe a lot of things are coming through dimensions. We have a lot of things happening here. I've even had videos where it seems as the dimensions opening up. It sounds like static electricity. Mm-hmm. You see what looks like lightning, and then an anomaly comes out of it. Sometimes it can be, you'll hear explosions like thunder, but it could be where you have to listen to it with the headphone set, or it could be as bad as a plane going by on thing. We've been noticing a lot of photography that there's things in there that, I'm sorry, just not from this dimension at all.
I have a question for Jimmy, and I know you know what it is, Teddy.
Go ahead. Ask it.
Do you believe that...
No.
Be quiet. Do you believe, Jimmy, that Bigfoot can be interdimensional and
Yes.
use portals?
Yes. Yeah, because of things we've seen here. And, when I had my first interaction with it, I didn't know what to do because I really thought people were going to, think I was nuts because they know that I see spirit. And then they're going to say, oh, now you see Bigfoot too, And I didn't ask for this to happen when it all started. But I have a lot of video. I got a lot of pictures. We got light anomalies that appear out in our yard that will just blow you away when you see them. I mean, and then in these light anomalies, there'll be pictures of things that sometimes I'm be embarrassed to tell anybody what I see.
Really? Like, why would you be embarrassed to tell it?
Well, because a lot of it's probably from the life I lived earlier in life with this, but when you got something that looks like a dog standing up on its hind legs,
right?
In the yard,
Dogman.
I can tell somebody that sometimes,
The dogman.
I can tell
the dogman.
I can tell anybody in the paranormal world or anybody in our same realm here, but other people look at you like you're nuts. You know?
Right.
And they
Well,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go for it.
I've seen so many things the past 3 years with this. I probably take over 1,000 pics a week.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how much stuff I research this day and pour away. I don't have to pick up with it. I really don't. But I have seen so much here, and I have documented proof, of things that would just blow you away. Aliens. Look, I got a picture of this. Also, just one big, where you can see his teeth.
Wow.
Yeah. And the picture I got. There's a lot to this that we just don't know about. And
That's crazy.
See, I sit here, Jimmy.
His wife is talking to him.
I sit here on this side of the spectrum when it comes to all this, with like you and Cindy believing in portals and
So this is the
and Bigfoot going in and out of portals. I'm not there. I'm not there with you guys with that. She knows this.
How do you think aliens get to us?
They fly in their ships, they come, they land, and then they come out of their ships.
So you know how many light years that it would take to do something like that, just light years away. And I mean, the amount of light years that it would take for some of them to get to us would be astronomical, more than a lifetime.
Well, see, and I get that, but see, I'm sitting here at this end because I have not seen or experienced or any of that stuff. So, and that's why I say what I say. Plus, the fact is there is no evidence to back it up. Just like there's no evidence to back up that Jesus really lived or God really exists. So I sit here on this spectrum, saying, okay, my spectrum is I'm in the middle. I don't believe, but I don't. I can't say that it doesn't exist either. Right. I'm kind of like sitting in the middle going, we know that everything's possible at some point, but until there's more information about it, I sit where I sit. So, it's, what do they call that? Bipartisan?
Is that really a word? No, I'm just kidding. I know bipartisan is a word. It's my foot. Bipartisan.
I'm by something. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm bipartisan. What is the name of that bone? It's it's broken on me. It's two pieces on me. Bipartisan. Not metatarsal. Whatever. I can't think of it right now. I can't think. That's the problem. I can't think because my brain.
Nick is saying, "What you doing here, then, Ted? You got to get out there and explore."
Right.
Well, Nick. Young lad, let me kind of explain a couple things to you, young sir.
Youngster.
Lad.
Young.
35 years in this field, doing the research and being involved in things as well. I just haven't seen anything yet that makes me believe.
Okay, what
So,
does
Hey,
and
the
look,
E
that's
stand
why I
for,
sit where I
Barry?
look at
sit.
this. There's
Barry
big
Marks, what does
researchers
the
out
E
there.
stand for?
Wait a minute. You're both talking at the same time here.
Sorry.
There's Bigfoot researchers out there that have been doing it for 40 years who has never seen a Bigfoot day one in their life, you know?
Yeah.
And there's people like me that wasn't even looking for Bigfoot, and 3 years ago, it hasn't stopped. 3 years ago to now, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I,
You
interesting.
know?
I've had things that were weird happen, like I've heard things, especially when it comes to Bigfoot, but I haven't seen it. It could be anything because I didn't visually have my eyes on it. Unfortunately, that's the way
Right.
I am, and there's a lot of people out there like me,
For sure, you have that
and
right. Like you're right,
yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
I
And
mean,
look, you gotta
skepticism
remember
is
something.
great.
Where I live at and where this happens, I'm not the only one. Now, there's another person who is, I don't want to say what town I live in. He is the chief of the fire department. And he had one cross in front of him going on a car, which was parallel to our property there. You know,
mm,
so I'm not the only one here that's been seeing these things. Even another business owner had a counter with something that was
Oh,
like, what he said, it was a skinwalker or like a skinwalker. And
yeah,
he's a very respected town person, you know. But
yeah.
yeah, some people, you know, they've been looking all their life and never seen once. And there's people like me that,
Hey
so
Jimmy,
Barry,
we got
they thought I was
a
schizophrenic.
yeah, and there you go, Jimmy. We got a question here from Teresa Sayer. She wants to know: do you believe in multiple dimensions?
I think he
Yes,
just answered
I
that.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just answered that a little bit ago with my question. Even
yeah, it is in
Okay.
the Bible. Yeah,
it's in the
What's in the
Bible. Is that
Bible?
what you just said?
yeah,
What's in the Bible?
yeah. Multiple dimensions.
Oh shit! I need to know this. You better come and tell me, Mrs. Booth.
I read the,
Mrs.
I
Booth.
read
Who's
that
gonna get the
Bible.
scripture? Hold on. You gotta look for it.
Yeah, get the scripture because I read that Bible
Oh,
from
okay, her
top
daughter,
to
man, she's good.
bottom. I took theology, and you have to study all the religions of the world, and I don't remember that.
Listen, I took religion courses too. It was world
But you know what?
religion.
It's been so long though. You know how much of that stuff you really retain, to be honest with you?
Right,
How much
right.
do you guys remember your high school with everything that you
Ter-
ever learned?
Teresa said
You
she
don't remember
believes it.
everything.
I believe it too, Teresa. I believe in multi-dimension.
Well, Teresa, you go right ahead and side with Cindy.
I'll get
We're gonna have
all the peoples on my sides.
we're gonna have to put a poll up there soon that
Oh
says,
my
"Hey,
God. Can we do a poll on this? We can't, can we?
no, we can't
Well,
do
you
a
could
poll
just
on
put
here."
something up there. You can type it in there and say, do you
Yeah,
believe? And then tell them to write it in the comments. We could do that.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
True that.
So Cindy and Jimmy against Ted.
And Teresa.
I lost already. I can tell you that.
It's okay, Teddy Poo Poo.
Yeah, Teresa's like that would be cool. Yeah, that's what she calls me, Teddy Poo Poo.
I call him the Teddy Poo Poo.
So other than so you've had experiences with all of them though. You said you've caught
Yeah,
photographs and
yeah.
you've had experiences with Bigfoot and UFOs and aliens and
Okay,
all that.
not UFOs. Let me explain that.
Not UFOs,
Um,
just aliens.
I got pictures where it seems to be where it looks like aliens in there, which is one picture I have, which looks like a Bigfoot as well. Now, I had something happen here in the house once too that was very odd. I have a big skeleton, and I was taking some pictures because I still
Nice.
have to study orbs a little bit because there's a little bit more to orbs than what people think about as well. It's not always just us and one. But anyway, I was doing that, and next thing you know, I'm looking at the picture, and I showed Riz, and I said, there is a big ball between our skeleton's legs. It's clear, like a big clear orb, but it's sitting It's sitting there. And then behind my little gargoyle statue, you see these beady eyes looking out behind it, you know?
Wow.
And, yeah.
Holy shit, balls.
I got the photos of it, you know, and you know, it's, I know people always say, well, you can fake photos, you can fake videos, but you know what? If anybody investigated any of my photos, none of them is fake. Anything that's on there is what I've seen, you know, so.
Well, I
And
think
know what
that's,
I've
you know.
seen. Well,
Right.
I know what I've seen. So if somebody
Right.
don't believe me, I really don't care, you know, because
Right.
I know what I've seen. But
Right.
I like
Right.
to prove to people. I do. I want people to know that it's real, or whatever it is, the thing is real, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, some people say that we wouldn't even have the discussion of some of this stuff if enough people didn't see it or didn't believe in it.
Right.
You know, we wouldn't even have these discussions. So there has to be something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm not an orb person.
I'm not either.
Orbs. I don't even bother with.
It's not
I'll
that.
think of it.
It's more than maybe I phrased that wrong. I've seen where it's an orb, and then what it does is then it turns into this light anomaly. I actually have a really good video of that. It should be on my Facebook. And so, you know, it's very interesting because it looks like this orb, and then it turns into this really like light anomaly and breaks up. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
that was at a house down the street that we had a neighbor needed our help. The house was built in 1700, and she said we're calling it. So she decided to watch something on the internet. She went and got some stage and tried to get rid of the spirit. Well, by doing this, the spirit hit her. Yeah, so I went down there and calmed things down for her. But that's where that happened at, and it was just really neat to see, you know. And, but yeah, you know, orbs are a very controversial subject, you know, with everybody.
Oh yeah, there's so much. You know, think about it. The paranormal period is a controversial subject. You know,
Sure.
over 4.5 years, we've interviewed so many people on this show, from hauntings to Bigfoot to UFOs to people thinking they were possessed or they had a demon following them, or you know, that is embedded in their life. I mean, we have heard it all and seen it all here.
Lord
And,
have mercy.
we hear it all the time, though. Still, even
And
like
somebody that would sick their demon thing on other people, or believed that if they didn't believe what was being said, something bad would happen to that person. I'm like, how do you have the conscience to put this out there? How dare you write a book? Because you then are putting that propaganda out there for people to believe or not believe, and then this thing supposedly will go attack them if they don't believe? That's bullshit.
Wow.
That's bullshit.
Wow.
I was not a happy camper. I was one pissed motherfucker that night. Right, Teddy?
Yeah, she was something. I won't use her language, but oh yeah.
You will use my language.
She's got a trucker mouth there, Jimmy.
I do.
Her daddy was a trucker.
He was. He's dead now.
Come on.
Well, you know, the thing is about the paranormal, Jimmy, is that no matter what we do in the paranormal, whether we think we're helping somebody or we're just trying to collect a little data for ourselves, we will always have somebody standing there saying, you guys are crazy, you're nuts, this stuff doesn't exist, or you know, you're playing the big one, you're playing with evil, you're playing with Satan, you shouldn't do that stuff, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I'll tell you right now that I compare this a lot to look at all the things that we have in our lives, like our microwave oven, our toaster, our can opener, the I don't know, the newest things like the LED lights and all this stuff. If somebody didn't explore that and work on it and and devise this piece of equipment,
Hey,
where would we
Barb.
be? Where would we be? It's the same thing with the paranormal. It's researching a field or
Right.
a community, at least, of stuff that needs to be discovered. I mean, you know, they said that about the Mayans. They said that about the Egyptology. They said that about all this stuff. It's like you're messing with things that you shouldn't be messing with. But at the same time, look at how many people dug up. I mean, let's just talk about uh, King Tut's tomb. Like
Right.
there was so much that happened with,
Just opening that up and
curses.
everybody dying from that.
The
Yes.
curses and all that stuff, but yet it doesn't exist. People don't want to believe that, or it's like we wouldn't know any of that stuff if they didn't do it and they lost their lives for it, or whatever the case may be, whatever the true story is. But people need to explore what interests them, and the only way that we can do that is by delving into parts of our civilization or our worlds that other people don't want us to.
Well,
Right.
like I tell people, I never brought none of this to me. It came to me as a child. I never really got into this other stuff with it until I was way older. I never brought any of this here. It came to me.
Right.
And that's the way I look at it. People tell me the same thing. Oh, you got to be careful what you're messing with. Da, 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 da. Doesn't matter what I do. They're going to be around me regardless.
Right.
What I can do about that.
Right.
Sometimes I got to put my foot down with them. Yeah. Sometimes they get a little pain playing or hide something that you need right away, and we're sitting there and all of a sudden it's gone and stuff like that. Or sometimes we'll get one that likes to pass, somebody in their dreams.
Yeah.
What I love is I love the people that are very, very skeptical, worse than me.
Yeah.
And you go to a place and they walk in, and you cannot leave them alone for 5 seconds because they're flipping out. One, two, two, um, two. They're like, "Oh, I'm not scared," and they're skeptical about it, but yet it's like they're right on your arm, like right up your ass. They don't want to be left alone. And then when they hear any noise, it doesn't matter what the noise is. They hear the noise and they're jumping a mile in the air.
Yeah.
It's like
I'll be right
it's
back.
crazy.
I have to use the
Okay, you go for it. You gotta use the loo. You go for it.
the Lulu. Yes. I'll be right back.
All right. So it kind of it makes me laugh that people go through, that whole thing. It's like, I don't believe blah blah blah, but you can't get them to go places with you, whether it be a
Right.
real haunted house or, a place like a graveyard. Do you know how many people won't go in a graveyard? There is a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
And when they hear something, they flip out, but yet they're right there on your butt, and they're telling you, oh, it doesn't exist, but you can't get them to do anything to even try to help you out to go and investigate, which I've
Right.
always, all the naysayers that I've ever had out there, I've always said, hey, why don't you come with me? Why don't we see how, real it isn't, And a lot of them don't, they won't go do it. Oh, it's a waste of time. They give you every excuse in the book,
My
but
mom won't come to my house. She won't come to any house I live in.
really.
Yeah, just because the fact is, with all the spirits around, it scares her. It scares her.
Mhm. Well, there's a lot of places out there, sometimes it's a psychological thing, like, um, like the house on the street. Everybody's got one of those houses that looks creepy, and, you want to stay away from it. You don't want to go there. It just creeps them out. Um, but there could be some people living in the house it could be beautiful inside, but yeah, on the outside it looks creepy and they won't go anywhere near it. Sometimes it's a visual thing that stops them dead in their tracks and they won't go any farther.
Yeah. I had a
Yeah.
paranormal group come here one time. Okay, and I was trying to put a show together, and these guys were really good. And then I found out later they didn't have nothing to do with me because I had Ouija boards in my house and this and that. Well, why are you in the paranormal field then?
Yeah.
I didn't get that. At
Well,
all.
Well, there's a lot of teams out there and there's a lot of separation in the paranormal community, and this. There's a lot of ass munches. And, it's, there's people that think that Ouija boards are bad, so they stay away from them. And I have a collection of them. But there's those that people won't, they'll stay away from the Ouija boards. Then you have some that,
That's me.
if you consider pendulums a bad thing, they stay away from pendulums.
I have pendulums.
If you have skulls, or like if you came from the goth side and you believe in the goth type stuff,
Yeah.
like the stuff that you got, Jimmy, it's like
to the goths. Woo!
they'll stay away from that. So it's like right now, there's 3 of us here. We're all in different parts. Like Cindy's into the, well, if you look behind her, she's got all of her stuff for the chakras, and she's very Eastern philosophy with all this stuff. Okay, you're kind of the goth stuff, And I'm sitting in a room full of John Wayne and Godzilla. So
listen, I have my spider cake holder right over here. I have my spider web candle holder right here.
Our whole house is painted black.
That's
really,
amazing.
on the inside or outside?
The inside.
Black walls, huh?
The whole house is black.
That's
I got a good
amazing.
old lady, man.
That's
Wow.
fucking fantastic.
Wow. See, I like the white walls.
Teddy, did you just do that? It says hi, Ted, hi, Cindy and Jimmy. It says talk with Teddy, though.
No, that could be Robert. That could be Eric. That could be, it would have to be one of those 2.
That's awesome. So is that Eric Robert was in here earlier, so maybe it's Eric.
Yeah, it's one of those 2.
Hi, guys. That's dark. The thing about goth is they think the world is fucked up. This is definitely Eric. They think the world is fucked up, and emos or scene people think they are fucked up, and that's the difference. Listen, oh my God, Chanel said black chalk paint? That would be awesome. That's my idea for my house. Listen, that one thing is really true. You should paint inside your at least your door. You should paint your door of your bathroom, the inside door of your bathroom black, because you don't want to flush away your wealth and your success. That's a witch thing.
Oh, that's terrible. Chanel's like, Robert left. No, Chanel said that Robert left and went to another show. You wait till I see him.
I knew it was you, Eric, as soon as you started talking. I know your guys' speech-isms. I know your talk-isms. I know your personality-isms.
What the frick are you talking about?
Talking to Eric right now.
Well, I like what Barry put up here. Barry Marks put
outlines of bodies on the wall. Yes.
What did? Oh yeah, you could. That'd be kind of fun. But Barry Marks,
so much fun.
Barry Marks says Ouija boards aren't what's bad. Sometimes it's the folks using them that is bad.
Listen, I do not touch Ouija boards. I don't. No.
Yeah.
You know,
too many low-level energy. Wait,
either.
what's that?
We just have them.
You don't touch them, but you just have them?
Yeah. We don't. I don't use them. No.
No, I don't.
You know, Jimmy, put them up on the wall, and if you put them like stacked up on top of each other, you can start your own portal to go through one wall and the other wall and the other wall. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I can just go to my bathroom, either bathroom, and go through a portal.
We got a little dog, and she loves playing with this little ball. And so we're going to her, and it hit our little curtain in the doorway. Fell to the ground. So I went to grab it. It was gone. We could not find the ball nowhere. So for 3 days we looked for this ball with flashlights and everything. It was gone. Then one day Liz was in front of the mirror in the bedroom, and the ball comes out of the wall, past it, and then on the floor.
Wow.
Go ahead, Teddy.
Yeah.
Take it.
Nope.
Wait,
Ain't touching it.
who is the Elmo lover, Robert? It says, hi there, Elmo lover.
That is Chanel Fletcher. She's an Elmo lover.
Yes, okay.
Yep. Oh, he dropped us on our heads.
That's all right. That's all right.
Sorry, guys.
I had joined us.
That's okay.
No worries.
Jimmy, we've been dropped on our heads before.
Yep.
That's why we're so screwed up.
Right.
That's why we're so screwed up.
Yep.
I don't use them anymore, says Barry Martz, but when I was much younger, my mom and sister and I used to use them once in a while.
Yikes. I do not use them. I would never. It's so funny. Before I even knew that I was a medium, I would never use a Ouija board just because I always knew that they were bad deal for me. I'm not saying for everybody, but I did tell people not to use them. So I'm like, don't use them. They're bad. It's low level energy.
There's a guy out there. I was going to bring him on the show because he's done case studies with Ouija boards for many, many years.
Oh, really?
And then I was going to I can't remember his name, but I was going to bring him on the show. And I still have to do that. But yeah, I did the research on the Ouija boards when I was younger. I mean, I know, how they were created and, what they came from. I've done my research on them as well, but not to the extent that this guy did. And it's like the planchette's been around a lot longer than the Ouija board has. I mean, you're talking, was it 700 AD or 1100 AD in China was where the planchette came from as a automatic writing tool, basically, and then the Ouija board was picked up by a company, and they created their own, and just used the planchette as the piece that goes in the middle. So, yeah, I mean, you do your research on some of the stuff. It's not any different than like Sears back in the day. They had their own tools, whether you be a gypsy or a witch or whatever. They all had their tools as well. So a lot of that stuff just comes from use from history.
And there was two sisters back in the 1800s. I can't remember the name of the story, but they actually cut out letters and used them to try to communicate with the spirits that was in their house. That was back in the 1800s before they made the Ouija board itself.
Yeah, there was a lot of people. Even the Fox sisters messed with some stuff like that, I believe.
Maybe that's who it is. The Fox sisters.
The Fox sisters, yeah.
I don't know if they did Ouija board stuff. I know they just the knocks on the walls and stuff. I don't
table
remember
tipping.
They cut out letters.
They cut out letters and put the letters on the table.
Yeah. But yeah, that's who I'm talking about. The Fox sisters. I couldn't remember their name.
Yeah. I'm trying to read this real quick.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I used to have spirits actually protect me as well years ago.
Ask you for what?
Used to protect me. I've had things happen. Just for instance, one time I got up early. I was staying with this lady and her son.
Temperature.
And I decided to get up and cook them breakfast in the morning. And when they got up, I thought they'd be really happy that I cooked the breakfast for them.
Right.
And they started downing me why I was doing it this way and that way and that. And it really upset me. It really hurt my feelings bad. And next thing you know, the kitchen was lined with a shelf that went all the way around the kitchen that was up high. And she had bowls and dishes. And all them bowls and dishes were flying off at them.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was many other things that happened as well because they were just very mean people.
I forgot to ask you. Your the group thing or the Bigfoot. What's the actual? You said your organization's name is Badged.
Bagged.
Bagged. So Bagged. So yeah, let me bring that up here. Um, is that like a group or is that just you?
No, I got a couple guys with me that live close to me. That's a part of it as well. But with the virus thing going on, we haven't really been doing that. Like I said, I get out every day, every night. You know, so but stand for good aliens, those that I believe all this is dimension, all related.
Right, right. What do you got a temperature, Cindy? Maybe.
No, I thought I did because I felt warm. It's 97.8. I run low. I
All right.
usually have
Well,
lower body temperature.
well, it ain't COVID then.
No. Now it's 37.1 degrees Celsius at the doctor's office with my mom because they had to take both of our temperatures.
I guess Eric Harrison said here that it must be a two-parter. Let me go back here because I'm not seeing the other part. I would really like to either use one or sit in on a session because of my gift to see if it was real or just subsequently or subconsciously movement. And then he said, but we did have a hell of an experience once while I was still in the Marines down in Palm Springs. So
I'm interested in that.
Here is my thing. Here's what I've learned about Ouija boards over the past in the past is that the Ouija board is just it's a tool, and it's not really the board. It's not really the board that has the spirit. It's the medium. It's the person that's using it. It comes through them. It's sort of like doing a seance where the medium experiences the spirit in her, and it comes in her. So it's the same way with the Ouija board, is that the medium takes in the spirit and, helps her move the planchette or all that stuff. Those are some of the facts that I have reached over the years. Nick thinks that your Coke is kicking in, Cindy.
I know, that's what he said. And then I said, Nick. Yeah, my head still hurts so bad, you guys.
Eric, you go back to work, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Eric. Witchy window washers use squeegee boards.
That's funny. So what was one of the most interesting cases you ever got involved in, Jimmy?
You mean as in far as in, like
paranormal?
Well, I think a lot of the most interesting ones were when they were protecting me a lot. That just really floored me. When things happened with that, and then able to lift things up and throw things. I've had so many things happen in my life with this. I really didn't know where to really begin with some of it. But I think the one the most interesting is when they would protect me, because I'm very severely dyslexic, and well, I am very bad, and I had, I had to teach myself how to read stuff because back in our day in school, they put you in a special class to help you, and you do good for 30 days and you're out of it, So
right,
I didn't have no help with it, when I was younger, but. People would like to make fun of people with that, back in the day. And that's what these people were doing to me. And
I get it. I mean, sorry to interrupt. I was just going to say, I get it. Bullying back then when we were kids is terrible.
It was. But to have, a spirit take up for you just really floored me when the event happened there. It was so bad that the people were going to have the house at the time, and the investor had to leave.
Wow. That's weird. But cool. If you can have like the spirits protecting you like that,
thanks, Robert.
There is so much out there that we do not understand, and it's It is so weird to hear stories like Cindy and I have interviewed quite a few people with different stories, and
Yeah.
some of them you sit back there and you go, "What? Really? Wow!" Kind of like the one that she brought up about this person that had a demon attached to him, and then no matter what he did, you couldn't talk about it, you couldn't ask about it, or you would get attacked by it, which
Well,
is
only
like,
if they didn't believe in it.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, even if you didn't believe in it, it would attack you. And I'm
That's when it
thinking,
would
well,
attack you. Yep.
yeah, and here's the thing that in something, especially in psychology, if anybody ever took any courses in psychology, they would know that in a lot of ways, if you do not believe in it, how can it attack you?
Right.
That's a psychological
Right,
thing.
I get that.
Yep.
I don't know. It
Really
just kills me
nice,
sometimes
my
with
friend.
stories, but
Here's my pendulum.
nice.
One of them. I got this from Chanel.
Mm.
Steve Barry said it never attacked me.
Oh, I know, and Steve Barry was in on that conversation, I
Yeah,
believe, too.
Listen, Steve, me neither.
Well,
I was
to
so
each his
cool
own.
tonight, wasn't I, Steve?
To each his own. I mean, everybody has their stories, and it brought him to whatever. So, are you going to be at the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash?
We're going to try. I'm still worried about this virus thing, though.
Yeah, we are. I am.
Pennsylvania's pretty good though, considering. But
Thank
you can bring your mask. You can
I got this from Chanel.
bring your own hand sanitizer or whatever you need to do.
Bring your mask. I'm sure we'll be masking it up.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going. So
I definitely want to go too.
yeah, I am going. That's for sure.
It's a very good event.
It is.
It's one of
this is
fourth or fifth.
Not fifth. This is. I thought it was the third. Is it the fourth?
No.
Right. I think I've been to two without the boys and one with the boys.
Yeah, so this will be the fourth for me.
So
Because it's their fifth year.
Been that many.
Yeah, so it's our fourth. It's our fourth.
It's their fifth year, so it's our fourth.
No, it can't be. I've only been with Paratalk Radio for 2 years. It'll be third.
Third for you.
You were there the year before me? No, the third year. It's the third year.
We only missed 1 year, Cindy.
There's not 5 though. There's not been 5. I think this is the 4th year of it.
No, I think this is the 5th, but that's okay.
We can check.
Nick wants to know, when is the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash? Been hearing so much about it, but never.
In July.
Yes, the last weekend of July.
I'll tell you exactly.
I will definitely be there.
The bike week though for Gettysburg?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if they did or not.
Wait,
You know what? I have
there?
to get a hold of this if they canceled the bike week.
Oh yeah, I think they did too. Yeah, Gettysburg Bash.
When they cancel that?
But Gettysburg Bash is July 24th to the 26th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 24th, 25th, and 26th of July. So we have a month out, just about, a little less than a month out.
Yeah.
Nick, that would be awesome.
Barry's going to be there, he said. He can't wait.
Nice. Yeah, Barry, do
cool.
it, Barry.
I love that event.
I do too. I absolutely love it.
And I've made a lot of really good friends there. I think we both have.
We really have. Really have.
And it's one of the only para-unity events that it truly is a para-unity event.
Man,
I mean, everybody gets along.
Working together, getting along, having a great time together, hanging out together. It's an amazing event. It really is. And it helps these places, these things.
Well, there's a cancer thing that they do for the kids every year. They have Batman there. Buddy the Bigfoot will be there this year.
Oh, good.
There's going to be a lot of cool things like that happening. So, Steve Barry, you should come. You should think about coming down. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Steve Barry. Do it, Steve Barry.
So what do you think of our show there? What do you think of our show, Jimmy?
Oh, I like it. I apologize that I'm not giving you guys a really good show tonight.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Stop it.
We're the original paranormal interviewers with ADD.
I like your honesty.
Well, it's funny because he said that he has dyslexia, and I really do firmly believe that people that have ADD, ADHD, are on the autism scale. I really do believe that they are just automatically people that are more open to spirit communication, because their vibration is so much more, it's so much higher than the norms or the muggles, however you want to, call them. But I think it's just something that I have found. That's my theory. I have found this time and time and time again. I myself have ADD, and so they don't call it dyslexia. It's just part of my ADD, but I do see certain things backwards, like D's and B's are very difficult for me. So it just makes me feel that those people that have these disabilities actually have more abilities than most other people. Naturally, just because their vibration is naturally higher.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, go ahead. I can wait till you're done, Jimmy. Go for it.
Okay, it's funny because sometimes I know how something works, exactly what it does, how it does it. I can't explain to you how it works. I know what it does.
Yes.
I know exactly what it does. And I taught myself to work on computers. And I had a doctor told me one time, he says, you should be pumping gas, not working on computers. They told me.
Wow.
He told you what?
He told me that I should have been pumping gas and not working on computers.
Oh, screw them.
Yeah. But I taught myself how to work on computers, and I became a very good tech. So
awesome.
I did that on my own.
That's a good way to shove it. That's a good way to shove it in their ass, because I would do the same thing.
Steve Barry just made me think of a song. Blame it on my ADD.
It's funny because, like, where is it? Robert White says, you are the entertainers.
Yes. So Robert, when I just did that, did you see me thrusting the bottom portion of my torso back and forth like Jim Carrey? Because that's what you totally seen when I did that, because that's what I saw when I was doing it. I'm just saying.
So folks, we have about 20 minutes here. So if you have any questions for Jimmy, let's get them out there so that we can read them for you.
Is that the name of the group? I think it is.
Paratainers. Paratainers, that's a good band name. That's what they're saying.
Paratainers. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, jeez.
Okay, so real quick, I just want to say that tonight's episode is brought to you by the DeVilleInc.com, the tattoos and piercings and everything else. Go and check out DeVille Inc., my buddy Tony, and Invisible Bree.
Invisible Bree!
Yeah, it sounds like sounds like she's related to Invisible John, right? Invisible Bree, Invisible John. So
that's right.
and Casey. So just tell them that we sent you. Just tell you that we sent you from Paratalk Radio.
And this one from Tony DeVille.
Yeah.
Both of them are from Listen, I got some shit for Tony this time. I want something. I got some
All
new
right.
ones I'm wanting.
Cool. Now go out and check out our YouTube on Paratalk Radio, the YouTube page, WLFE Radio.
Hit
Hit the subscribe.
and the bell icon to get notifications when we go live.
Yep, and you can do that on our regular, on everything else on Paratalk Radio, from Facebook, Instagram,
Like and
Twitter.
follow on Facebook.
Yep. And then Cindy has her own individual one.
Yes, please go check me out on The Psychic Cindy on YouTube and Instagram. Facebook is Psychic Cindy and Williamson, New York, Psychic Cindy. Because listen, there's other people, but they're not me. But so also, I do have a website. It's thepsychiccindy.com. It's not where I want it to be. Let's just say that. It will be better at one point.
Okay, Jimmy, you got any social media stuff you want to talk about? Social media outlets where they can check you
I
out?
put a lot of my stuff up on Twitter. It's under Jimmy Boots 1965. Jimmy Boots 1965. Yeah, and then
There you go.
And then I put stuff on Facebook too, but mostly Twitter's where I put everything. But
Okay. Well, you just gave away your age. You just gave away your age.
Wait, what did he say?
No, that's my dad's birthday.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Say hi.
He said Jimmy Boots 1965. He gave away his age.
Yeah, I just turned 55 Friday. Yeah.
That was my
Yeah.
jet. That was my jet bug.
That's cool. So you just
Shit, Robert, did you see what he said? He said, Tony, if you see this, she needs a steampunk dragon on her arm. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't seen Tony on the show in a while.
I know. Where's my Tony?
Yeah.
And my Casey,
But,
and my Bree.
Well, I was going to say to go back. So Twitter is the best place that you can get a hold of and check out Jimmy's stuff. Go over to Twitter, look for him at Jimmy Boots 1965, and mine is Teddy Bear 1967. Just kidding, it's not. But yes.
And now you're going to Red Sovine. Teddy Bear.
Yeah. Teddy Bear. Yep.
I love
So
that song.
you're only 2 years older than me, there, Jimmy.
But
you have hair where Teddy doesn't have any hair.
Yeah, but you got teeth where Bruce don't have no teeth.
Yeah. Not many, buddy. Not many.
Teddy's
Not
40.
many.
Teddy, wait, what year were you? What year are you? You're what? 5 years older than me, right?
Yes, January 1967.
Oh, okay. You're only 4 years
I was 15 days short of 66.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm literally surrounded by Capricorns. I have Jet, my Capricorn, and Teddy, my Capricorn.
And AJ.
Yeah.
But AJ's not here. You
And
are
Grandma.
right here. Grandma's not. Grandma's an Aquarius. Did you guys see my Jet? Say hi, Jet.
Why do you have a tattoo on your wrist, dude? If I get a tattoo on my wrist, it's going to be...
Hashtag GTFOOE.
It's so white.
Hashtag GTFOOE.
Guys, this is a white
Hello,
house.
Mr. Adam Briggs, for joining the show. So, let's see, going down here. Steve Barry, good night. Thank you for joining us. It was a fun show tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, Nick, everybody's giving away their age.
I'm okay with my age. I'm 49. I'm 49, boy. Yeah, no.
Teddy's old.
53. You're 53, right, Teddy?
Yeah, you do not look 53. You look way younger than 53.
That's awesome. Thank you. I may like you now.
I'm gonna head out.
He goes, I'm going to head out.
Yeah.
Here, look.
Okay, put it back.
So when you're away, you
Jesse made that for me.
Nice.
Oh, Steve Barry is 48. Jet's making a mess in my studios right now.
Yep. Hello, Steve Barry says he's 48 before he leaves. He's 48.
Steve, what is your birthday, though? I want to know what you are. Like,
He's a man.
I'm Aries. He's a man. You're so perfect. I'll be old soon. Nick, how old are you? I think you're young.
I think Nick's like in his maybe 30s.
Yes, I think we give it away on every Paratalk radio show. Yes, probably.
Yep, you do. You do. So, it's interesting that I think there's going to be a lot more people at Gettysburg Bash than what people think. I think a lot of us are going to go. Yeah, I really do. I really do, because it's one of those events that
27.
it's one of those events that we everybody loves the event. Why wouldn't they all go?
Yeah.
I mean, I know the scare of I know the scare of COVID, but we'll all be walking around with our masks,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be buying the white ones, and I'm just gonna write my name on the white one that's on my mouth so everybody knows who I am.
Yeah, I want to. Maybe they'll have a cute, fun one. Like if I could find like somebody that's selling like a witchy one with pentagrams and witches. I'll be so excited.
I was surprised because they have. There's a lady I met that came from us. My brain worked for today. I forgot her name, but she was the original mom from Honey in Connecticut, and Stephen had heard her, I believe, last year, and I think she's coming back this year. I was really impressed with her to get people like that as well.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, they always have Scott Porter and stuff like that. And,
yes, Scott's there and his girlfriend.
Yeah. Speaking of, we need to talk to Johnny, Invisible John, to make sure he's going. Because if not, then Paratalk won't be doing their show.
Right. Well,
because we normally do our show there the whole weekend, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure.
So
if you show up,
going.
So if you show up, you can hop right in there with us on live feed right there.
I'd like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. And are you bringing the wife along so we get to meet that little 100-pounder?
The 100-pounder?
Yeah.
The 100-pounder. What do they say? Soaking wet in a paper bag. Yep. She's got, like Jimmy says, she's got to be cool to put up with his shit, right?
That's right. She puts up with me. She's worth keeping around.
That's amazing.
Well, you know what? We all say that about the loved ones that we have, and whether it be kids or pets or friends or,
There's always somebody made for you. Be a friend or your wife or husband. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. So I really hope everybody else is too. So I think it's gonna be a good time.
I'm into witchy shit.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think it's been a fun show. It's been a lot of fun. Nick, Jimmy, it was nice to meet you on here and learn some stuff about you. I think that's very cool.
And because of that's pretty amazing to me.
And because of I think being a bounty hunter is cool.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
He's been hatcheted.
Yeah, he's had the hatchet, he's had the knives, he's had the bullets,
he's been bulleted up. He's been knifed. He's been shanked. He has been shanked for real.
You all see me get out of bed every morning too right now. It ain't too fun.
Wait, I missed it. What did he say?
Well, it's like me getting out of bed too. It's like the way he gets out of bed in the morning. It's like you can tell. I'm the same way. It's like well, we're not getting any younger, mister.
No, we're not. We are not. That's right.
No.
Yeah. So, but I want to say thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for coming on here and hanging out with us. We'll definitely have you back again if you'd like to come back.
Right. Nick, that's awesome.
It was a lot of fun. Cindy, so what do you got coming up here?
So, my friends, tomorrow is Tarot Tuesday.
No, it's not. I keep telling you, it's Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tarot Tuesday, so bring your tacos. I can put that on there for tomorrow.
You should. Wouldn't it be funny? Bring your tacos.
Oh my God.
I'll read your taco for you. I'll read your taco for you.
I'll eat your taco for you. Ew, not like a gross girl on girl taco way.
Yeah, no.
Listen,
It's funny, you can
no,
hear Jimmy's wife from time to time. It's so funny, you can hear her comments in the background.
gross for me. It
Right.
is not gross for other people. I just prefer hot dogs. My son. Did you
Okay,
know?
so, yes.
Yes,
Yep.
so I have Tarot Tuesday tomorrow live, 7 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube. Please go like and follow on Facebook, Psychic Cindy, and on YouTube, The Psychic Cindy. Please go subscribe and hit the bell icon. And yes, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be doing that tomorrow. And I'm actually wanting to do an Instagram live. I said I wanted to do it last week. I did not expect to be so down after I did the Board of Elections, and I worked all 20 hours of the day, pretty much. I didn't think I was going to be down for the next several days. I was pretty drained. So, yeah. So I just had to recoup myself last week. It was all about self-care, so I definitely took my own advice and self-cared it up. Yeah.
All right, well, tomorrow on Talk with Teddy is just going to be the... Talk with Teddy tomorrow is just going to be me discussing a few things and probably talking about the past few episodes that we have gone to, kind of giving you some highlights to catching you up for the end of the month of June, and before we get into July. And then on Thursday with Talk with Teddy, I actually have, excuse me, I have Brian Ayers, and he is a musician, a singer-songwriter, and he's into the blues and stuff like that. So he's going to be joining me on Thursday on Talk with Teddy.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, so that's what I got going on for me for that weekend. And then, of course, we know that 4th of July is Saturday, so there is no Talk with Teddy on Saturday because of it being the 4th of July.
Oh,
So,
nice. A day off for you.
a day off, yep.
Yeah.
Day off of Teddy having a few drinks, watching the fireflies.
Yay. Did you see Roberts? He says, I'm always bored of elections.
I think that's why they call it that, But all right, guys. Well, it was fantastic. Next Monday.
I want to say this. Nick says, Jimmy, you rock. I added you on my Facebook.
Thank you.
All right, and I'm trying to remember who next week is, and for some reason I can't remember.
Wait, say that again. Next week's show.
Next week's show. I'll put it up there tonight, though. I forgot who it was, but I'll put it up on the Facebook page so
Nick
that everybody
says,
can check
what?
it out.
No guest? Could this be the idea I gave you about a Talk with Teddy bonus episode? If so, I'm flattered. I don't know what that means.
It's actually just going to be a review of the past couple months on Talk with Teddy. I'm gonna kind of review some of the old guests that I had on and bring some of their comments back and just have some fun. Just have some fun tomorrow night with Talk with Teddy. So yeah, it's just it'd be kind of cool. I'm just gonna play little snippets of some of the shows that I've done.
Awesome, so, Teddy.
Yeah, it'll be kind of fun.
What about Cindy Period?
About Cindy Period? I don't know who Cindy Period is. Who's Cindy Period?
No, just because just Cindy. It's Cindy Period. It was that.
Oh, just Cindy. Ah. Yeah, that would be nice if we could get your show up and running there, Miss Cindy.
Get my show up and running.
So that everybody's in the chat room knows about Cindy. She is the biggest procrastinator in the world. She definitely is. And we love her still.
I just got kicked out of our show.
But we love her anyways. Yeah. All right, guys. So the way this show ends. You know what we do here. Real quick, I'm going to put this up again for Jimmy. It says tonight's guest was Jimmy Boots, the bounty hunter and paranormal investigator. He has his own little paranormal group. It's called Bagged. Paranormal Bigfoot, alien, ghost, equals, and dimensions. That's what it means. Please go out and check Jimmy Boots out, and he is on Twitter more than he is on Facebook, so keep that in mind as well.
Watch your head for hatchets. That's what Nick just said.
Yeah, if you see flying hatchets, usually Nick
Run.
Jimmy's around. Jimmy's around. I keep wanting to call him Jimmy Nick, but yeah.
Well,
So
we're talking to Nick.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I won't
So maybe-
go to that Lizzie Borden
Robert,
house either.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe Jimmy was a Nick in this past life.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go.
Robert, thank you for sending the healing energy to my head. I do feel a little bit better. I appreciate it.
Right.
Unless your batteries are flat, wherever there is darkness, there is always daylight. Listen, don't try stealing our thunder, my friend.
Yeah, Thunder Buddy.
Thunder
All
buddy.
All right, guys. So, we do this at the end of our show, and it's because we truly believe that in every part of the world, wherever there is darkness, there is always
Daylight.
delight.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.